Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Good Groceries with Tiffany. Say hi.
Hi.
My sous chef. My beautiful daughter is our videographer today. So this is what happened. Went to the store, thought I was getting some chicken. There was no chicken. And they had these big old honking pieces of pork shoulder. So I thought, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'll have to go home, look at my pantry, see what I've got that I can kind of make this real good. If my mom were to make this, she'd just put some seasoned salt and pepper on it and put it in the oven for a good long time. But I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna make some Hawaiian pulled pork. And I have all of these different flavorings and whatnot over here. And I have some pineapple. Go get the pineapples out of the pantry. And I have some canned pineapples that we're going to put in there. But first, I'm going to kind of make some holes in this big old honking piece of meat and put some garlic in there. This meat needs to be really seasoned. So that's what we're gonna do first. All right, thanks my boy. Got 2 cans, crushed pineapple. I keep this stuff because I like to bake. Sometimes I make a pineapple upside down cake, but I just happen to have this. So I thought, well, I'll make Hawaiian style pork. So let's put that there for now. And my son can't do this part, but he can do the stuffing. So I'm gonna I have like a long, skinny, kind of like a steak knife here. It's nice and easy for me to make a jab and then turn it. I can turn it. This is nice and easy to turn. Make another one because you're kind of making a little hole. If you have a device or a tool or something like that that you can make these holes with, help yourself. So I'm gonna have my son, we're gonna just break up this garlic. So I have about, let's see, I guess this is about 8 cloves of garlic here. We're just gonna break them up, stuff them down into the hole. You ready? I'll break this one up. Just wanna put it down in the holes. Yep. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands and we'll move on to the next step. All right, so we're back. I washed my hands, he's washed his hands. Clean hands. Have you subscribed? Have you liked my channel? Have you shared my videos? All right, so we're gonna make our sauce. So really our sauce is kind of haphazard. I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii last year and we tried lots of different things. And a lot of food there is sweet, it's sour, it's tangy, it's spicy, and it's salty all at the same time. So I just kind of looked in my pantry and my fridge and got some seasonings out, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just put these things together. I always have this sweet chili sauce. There's a number of different makers who make it. This just happens to be my favorite. Got some brown sugar, garlic powder, sriracha, salt, pepper, and I chopped up some onion and 2 bell peppers. This is a whole onion. And I took the rest of my garlic and put it in here. And we're going to make our sauce. All right, so we're gonna start with this. Our Thai chili sauce. This is kind of like the base of it. I'm guessing that we'll just kind of see what we come up with as we go along, right? No harm, no foul. It's gonna be good. And you know, you can taste it as you go, kind of see what you like. The tomato sauce is gonna give us, the ketchup is gonna give us a nice consistency. And some sriracha for some heat. Oh yes, my friend. And And we'll put some apple cider vinegar in here for some tang. Look, just kind of put a little bit and taste it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Got some brown sugar for some sweetness and some richness. Yep, about that much. Got some salt. You do need a lot of salt because this is a sweet dish and this is a lot of meat. So don't be shy. There's some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and let's stir it together. You want to grab mommy a spoon so we can kind of taste it and see what we got going on here? Just a tasting spoon. And smell. So you just gonna stir it up. I'm gonna take a spoon and taste it, see what we're working with. See if I like all these flavors together. Woo! That's so good. It's salty, it's sweet, it's peppery. I think I will add a little more apple cider vinegar to make it a little bit more zippy. Oh, this is gonna be dynamite. And this is going to be our sauce that we're going to pour over our meat. I think that's good. Okay, so let's put that aside. I'm gonna bring our meat over here and have our bell peppers and our onions. All this is gonna cook down to a beautiful sauce, almost like a barbecue sauce. We have our cans of pineapple. We're gonna just dump the whole can in there. Don't be scared. Because I'm all about ease of cooking. This is something that I would put on in the morning, maybe before I left home or while the kids are getting ready for school, because it's gonna take about 6 to 7 hours to cook. And we're gonna pour our homemade sauce that you made with stuff out of your pantry. All right. And this is going to make a lot of, sauce, a lot of meat, but we're going to freeze this after it's cooked and use it for other things. You can wrap this up in a burrito with some rice and sort of make like a Polynesian style burrito or wrap. Make a pulled pork sandwich with some homemade coleslaw. All of that's good stuff, okay? And so this is going to season our pulled pork. Now, when this is said and done, because this is such a big piece of meat, you might need to add a little bit more salt if you want to your meat so that the meat will be have good flavor. And that'll be like after you've tasted it, after we've pulled the fat cap off and we've shredded the pork and mixed it in with the seasonings. Then you can taste it again to see if maybe you need to add a little bit more salt or maybe you want it a little bit more spicy. You shouldn't have to add any of these other ingredients, but typically when I've made this before, I've had to add a little bit more salt or a little bit more spice. Okay, so we're going to wrap this tightly in foil. I don't want to use the top to this pan because it has a steam escape and I don't want any steam to escape. So I'm going to cover this with foil, put it in a 300-degree oven and bake it. You don't need to check it. You don't need to look at it. You don't need to monitor it. You don't need to baste it. Put it in your oven for 6 to 7 hours, maybe even 8 hours, depending on how big your meat is and how your oven cooks, and again, how your pan conducts heat. So I'll see you later on when it's done, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with it. All right, so we're back. We're going to make our coleslaw for our Hawaiian pulled pork sliders. So in this bowl, I'm gonna start with my sauce for my coleslaw. So I have some shredded cabbage here, about 2 cups. And we're gonna put some mayonnaise in here. Oh, I guess about 1/4 cup or so. Not too much. We don't want our coleslaw to be all goopy. A little bit of mustard. Need a nice bit of tang because our pulled pork is sweet. A little bit of celery seed. I guess that's about 1/4 teaspoon. And we have a pinch of salt, pinch of black pepper, and about a teaspoon of sugar for a little tiny bit of sweetness because that mustard has a kick. And then we're gonna add a splash of milk, okay? And I'm just gonna stir that together. Nice, good sauce for our perfect. So let's pour our sauce in our coleslaw. Yummy, yummy good. And let's just toss it. You don't want it to be all super goopy. You can omit the milk if you don't want to, but the milk just kind of thins it out, makes it easier to distribute through your coleslaw. All right, see? Oh, that's gonna be so good. All right, so we can put that to the side. So I've already chopped my pork. Some people shred. I like it chopped. It's just a little bit easier to eat when it's in a sandwich. So I'm going to show you what I did. I saved a piece. Just so I can show you how I chop it. So here's a piece of the pork. And I like to just kind of go in with a knife, kind of shred it a little bit, and then I kind of give it a nice 2 knives. Just go in. Chop it up real good, right? This is that whole roast that we roasted for almost 7 hours. So good, right? And then we can put it in with the rest of our pulled or chopped pork. And then here's the sauce. Remember that sauce we made? Here's the sauce. I'll just add a little bit of that just so you can see what it is we're doing. And then we have pulled pork, friends. We have pulled pork. So we have our bowl here. I have a plate here with some Hawaiian bread. And you just need to take a spoon. Now this is just one of the ways we're going to have it. Just take a spoon, and we're having it slider style because this is the only bread literally that we found at the store. Was Hawaiian bread, but it ended up just working out perfectly. All right, and then put you some coleslaw in there for a little bit of crunch and tanginess. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a pulled pork sandwich. So good. You have the pulled pork, sweet, savory, spicy, salty, garlicky, and then you have your crunchy, fresh cabbage coleslaw that you made. Work with what you have from the School of Make Do. Thank you for watching Good Groceries with Tiffany.